This is Chunk Danny, my Semi-xtreme Onechunk Ironman account. We are working our way through the game, one chunk at a time, finishing skilling requirements and bosses and everything else a chunk requires before we move on to the next one. Last episode, we finally reached our mining goal of level 70 so that we can mine an adamant ore. We also got the elusive Hill Giant Club drop and have now completed Overall and are now moving on to the rest of our skilling challenges, including 70 smithing and unlocking the Edgeville respawn, which costs 5 million GP. Let's get into the video. Welcome back to another video of Chunk Danny. You're joining us here just as we get level 71 mining, the first level above our goal of level 70. I believe I'm going to be getting level 80. I might have said this before, but I cannot really remember. So I think a maximum of 9 levels to go. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep doing silver all the way. The reason my mining level is so high is because I have prioritized silver over iron and bronze and tin and copper. So when you mine silver, you get 13.7 smithing XP to 40 mining XP. So you get way more mining XP than you do smithing. When you mine iron, you get 35 mining XP and 12.5 XP per bar smelted. Now obviously we don't have an anvil, so we can't make use of the iron bars smithing, so we can only take into account the smelting part. Now obviously we need to remember that when you smelt iron, there is a 50% chance that you don't actually get a bar out of it, so we're getting way more mining XP than smithing XP. Alternatively, if you do tin and copper, you get about 20 or so XP per bronze bar, but that requires doing double the amount of trips to the anvil. I would have to mine probably at least 25,000 of each tin and copper, and then I'd have to make trips to the bronze anvil in Lumbridge as well. So that's why I've prioritised really silver and iron, is because I can just do it all at the furnace and it should be quicker than doing double the trips with bronze and then going to the anvil. Another beekeeper's random event. We have actually got quite a few of these in the past week or so. I think it's now the 5th one. We are still trying to get to level 20 crafting. How many flax are we going to get from this? 12, that's not bad at all. There's 15 XP per flax, so that's 180 crafting XP, just like that. That's the amount of XP that a dunce random event would get you. So that's beautiful. We're very, very close to level 20 now. Just managing to get a mining level just before the system update happens. I'm not actually sure what this update is, but I think there's a bit of downtime for this one, so level 72 mining, it's nice to get that, and I can have a break in about 25 minutes. My random event luck is off the charts lucky right now. We have got beekeepers, we've got genies, we've got count checks. My most recent is a book, a dunce random event, and this book of knowledge is going to get me 900 smithing XP. We're very close to actually getting 1000 XP per book now. But 900 XP is the equivalent of 65 silver ore that I now no longer need to mine, which is probably half an hour plus the smelting time, probably about 40 minutes of work that I no longer have to do. It's adding up so much. It is time to do some forestry on the account. Now you might be thinking you've been in Edgeville and you've been in Lumbridge, both places that don't have a forestry tutor. Well, you'd be right. However, you can participate in forestry events if you are woodcutting with someone who has the forestry backpack. So my good friend Chunklius has just decided that he's going to grind 99 woodcutting so that he can roll a free chunk, which is a rule that some chunk accounts make to give them a bit of inspiration or motivation to unlock a new chunk, which may have a better training method or something like that, maybe a better drop or a better pickaxe to maybe speed up the grind a bit. So he has the Forestry backpack because he has unlocked Draenor. I believe there's one in Draenor. So I asked him if he would like to come drop some ewes with me, as I also have Lumbridge, so I have a passive 99 woodcutting grind. So I just wanted to see if it was faster, if I could get any of the drops maybe. I'm just going to spend a couple of hours woodcutting with him, and yeah, we'll see what we can get. So I just got the Forestry event where you have to pluck them little things. It gives you woodcutting and fletching XP. And I didn't realise how close I actually was to a fletching level. So level 74 fletching coming in, only one level away now to a level 75, which is beautiful. I will definitely be getting that either this episode or next episode as I cut my thousands of logs in the bank. But to answer his question, no, I was not saving it for a clip. I just genuinely didn't realise how close I was to the level. And as I'm fairly new to the Forestry events, I'm not always sure which events give what XP, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. But 74 fletching, beautiful. And here we are, our first Forestry collection log, the sturdy beehive parts. Now, depending how much Forestry I actually do and how many of these events I get, this could be a very good moneymaker towards the 5 million Edgeville respawn, as each one you get alks for 3000 GP, and they're very easy to get and it's very passive through the Forestry skill. So more woodcutting with Forestry, more sturdy beehive parts, more GP, and yeah, that's our first collection log, and I hope there will be many more. I think my favourite Forestry event so far is the mulch one, because once you've worked out what the right combination is at the start, it gives you so much XP and then you get a massive XP drop at the end. Now, I've got a black axe and cutting ewes is very slow. I get about normally 16, 15, 17,000 XP per hour, somewhere in that ballpark. Obviously the figure in the top right is across the entirety of my login time, so that takes into account mining, smithing and everything else as well. So that's not actually representative of the XP we're getting. But when you are cutting ewes with a black axe, your XP is so slow, the woodcutting XP. So when you get a Forestry event like this, which gives you 150 XP, basically, actually no, I think it's about 167 XP, and I'm getting one farming XP every other one, I think. So yeah, I'm basically getting a U-log every 5-10 seconds, where normally it's probably 2 a minute, if that. So over time, this woodcutting XP gain is going to be significant, probably 10k extra woodcutting XP per hour doing Forestry rather than just solid woodcutting, which I know Forestry's been out for quite a while now, but I've never actually been able to make use of it on this account, and I've never really done it on my other account either. But yeah, it's every time this my friend wants to do some woodcutting, I'm going to jump at the opportunity because the XP is fabulous. The event's going to end in a sec, so let's see how much XP drop. 2,749 woodcutting XP. That's about 15 U-logs worth of XP just in 5 seconds. Like, that's amazing. It's now time to talk about the Fox Whistle Forestry event. Now, as I mentioned earlier, Chunklius is going to 99 woodcutting. He's currently around level 90. So you can imagine how many Forestry events he's had. The only collection log slot that he hasn't got from Forestry is the Fox Whistle, and he is very dry on it. I think he's done probably, he said, over 100 or so fox events. I have done, I think, 2 or 3. And I'm getting very, very slow passive hunter experience. I get 1 hunter XP every other trap. So at level 1 hunter, each trap you take apart, dismantle, is 0.5 hunter XP. So you get a lot of woodcutting XP, I think 116, 117, somewhere on that ballpark. I think it scales off your actual level, and then you get hunter XP on top. So I'm going to laugh so hard if I get the fox whistle before him. There is a running joke between us that I am spooned, that he goes dry on things and I get spooned them very quickly. Obviously we're both in Edgeville, so we have a lot of the same chunk tasks. An example of this is the Ovals Club. I got mine on KC 63. He's on about 110 kills, I think, maybe 120, maybe 130, and he still hasn't got one. So he's very jealous, and he keeps reminding me of that fact that I am lucky. So as I am woodcutting with him and he needs the fox whistle and so do I, it's going to be very funny if I get it and he doesn't. Oh my gosh, I've just realised I wasn't recording. I got the fox whistle and I'm still level 1 hunter. That must be my 5th, 6th, 7th fox event. I'm still level 1 and you get about 8 hunter XP per event at level 1. And obviously I lamped hunter 3 times a few episodes ago. So I can't believe I got it in front of him. He is not happy. He is not happy. Mate, I am so sorry, but that is a collection log chalked off for me. I feel so happy and so guilty and rubbish at the same time, because this is all he has been talking about for the past week or so, is how dry he has gone on the fox whistle, and I've rolled up on the 2nd time of ever doing forestry, and yeah. Once he had had a chance to calm down and stop raging, he did he did congratulate me and say how in disbelief he was, and that I was a lucky boy for getting this drop so quickly. But this isn't to say that I will get all of the forestry drops this quickly, so okay, it is time to get serious again, and after all of the beekeeper random events and the amount of wool we have in the bank, it is time to spin it all into balls of wool and spin the flax into bowstrings. We now have level 20 banked, so once we have level 20 we can move on to the sapphires that we have in the bank, and the amount of sapphires we have is enough to unlock the level for emeralds, which I think is level 27. So we have enough for that, and it's going to be interesting to see if we have enough to unlock rubies, which I think we have about 50 rubies in the bank. So if we can't get to the rubies, it's not going to be too much of a hassle, because we are still mining. We're not even halfway through our mining yet, so we're going to get loads of sapphires and emeralds passively through mining, as well as random events. So the grafting level will come up gradually and passively through other things. It's not something we need to focus on massively right now, but I just want to see what level I have banked, and I just want to see what level I can get to with the resources that I have at the minute. And with the final few flax, there we go, level 20 crafting, a huge level for the account. It is going to propel us into regions we have never been able to go before. So level 20 crafting now, like I said, we've got well over 100 sapphires. That's amazing XP. Each sapphire is 50 XP, so it's going to be very fast as well. I'm just going to finish off these flax, and then I'm going to start cutting into my gems. So we've just bought a chisel from the general store for 1 measly coin, and I actually can't walk this way, otherwise I will leave my chunk and I will be slated by the entirety of YouTube. I'll be made to restart my account for leaving my chunk. But there we go, level 21 crafting, 7 sapphires later, so the XP is monumentally fast. Just look how quickly that progression bar is going up at the top. We should have maybe 23 crafting this inventory alone. So I'm just going to do a little speed up montage of me getting through all my gems, and yeah, we'll see where we end up at. Okay, so there's level 33 crafting. So we've gone from level 16 to level 33 in about 5 to 10 minutes, so that's insane. The XP with cutting gems is amazing. So yeah, all the gems that we've got in the bank, I've got us up to level 33, so we're actually one level shy of being able to actually cut the rubies that we've got in the bank. So that'll be for another day. Look how many gems we've got, 160 sapphires and 115 emeralds. So yeah, it is time now to go back to mining and back to smithing. We have a long way to go with smithing, and we're going to get so many gems on the way. Let's go. 9 levels to go. 9 levels to go. They're going to be extremely long levels, but we only have 9 levels to go. So I'm hoping to have this chunk finished by the end of July towards the start of August, depending how much mining I can get done on a day-to-day basis. If I can do about 40,000 XP mining per day, which is 1,000 silver a day, I should be done in about 3 to 4 weeks time, so that'll be right on schedule. Yeah, it's taking its toll on me, is this grind. Basically one of the only things I'm doing on a day-to-day basis is mining with a bronze pickaxe, and it's probably the longest and most tedious grind that I've ever actually done on this game. So I wouldn't say I'm not enjoying it, but it is pretty tedious. It can get extremely boring, but that doesn't mean I'm not motivated. We have level 62 banked, so we are very close to being officially halfway. And a big boy level, level 75 fletching coming in. That's the level to be able to make rune arrows. So that is a beautiful level to have on the account. I remembered that mining and smithing isn't the only goal that I currently have. I obviously have the 5 million Edgeville respawn, which has been the elephant in the room for this entire account, because it is such a big amount of money to get in the first chunk, or the first few chunks, now that we've unlocked 3, being Lumbridge, the Granite Strange and Edgeville. So as I've been cutting yew logs doing forestry, I realised that I had probably 7,500 yew logs in the bank, and I also had 2,500 roughly willow logs in the bank from previous grinds. Obviously that's enough to get probably to level 78 or 79 fletching. So I think what I'm going to do in the remainder of this chunk, I'm going to aim for enough yew logs to be able to get to level 80 fletching. Now level 80 fletching is obviously the level to be able to make a magic shortbow. We don't actually have one of those yet, but as we progress through our chunks, we will eventually unlock a magic shortbow, and I believe 80 fletching is also going to be the level that I'm going to get the money for the 5 million Edgeville respawn. Obviously we have the loads of obor drops, load of rune drops from Obor. We have going to have about 10,000 yew longbows in the bank and 25,000 willow longbows in the bank. So I'm going to have to hop around a lot to get the money from the general store for those. That's going to be tedious as well. And if we need a little top up, then we also have about 30 Obor keys left. And also we're going to have about 35 to 40,000 silver bars in the bank. So it's a bit tedious, but we've got a lot of things to get through. So I reset my woodcutting XP per hour because I wanted to see how fast this XP per hour doing forestry actually was. And this mulch event is insane because all three are on the same pile, so the XP is probably as fast as you can get, and it's very close to the actual sapling. So 167 woodcutting XP every couple of seconds is increasing our woodcutting XP by literally 10k an hour. I think it's more than 10k because not doing forestry I get about 16 at a push, and at the minute I'm sitting above 28,000, so it's probably at least 40%, maybe 50% faster overall. I'm going to get a massive XP drop in a second as well. So we're very close to level 87 woodcutting. I haven't actually needed to woodcut for a chunk task since about level 78, so we've done over half of the woodcutting XP, purely going towards the 5 million Edgeville respawn. So that's kind of an insane stat. I'm just waiting to see how big this XP drop is actually going to be. It's normally between 2.5 to 3,000, 2,600 XP, and only one farming XP away from level 2. So yeah, the levels are flying up. Finally, level 87 woodcutting coming in. Been a long old level, but we got there eventually. Time to stop forestry there, I think, and go and finish off the silver ore that is in the bank. And level 62 smithing, just one more level now until we are halfway to go. 8 levels to go in total. I can't wait till this is over. Just a bit of a bank update to show our current resources and what we're working with at the minute. We've got 12,000 anime bark doing forestry. We have 18,000 silver bars made, 2,300 bronze bars, 1,300 iron bars. We have 337 more silver ore to make, so we don't have enough to get to the next level, but we're very, very close. We have 8,000 yew logs and 2,300 yew longbows made. So that's more than 10,000 yew longbows that we're going to actually have, and there's nearly 25,000 willow longbows. We're gradually stocking up on more gems, but that's going to take a while. We don't have quite enough to get to level 34 crafting yet. That is going to be the kind of short-term goal as we passively get that as we mine and get through random events. But our bank is looking very, very healthy. It looks beautiful. Something that has been bugging me for quite a while actually is how many seed nests I have in the bank, so I thought I would do a quick little opening just to see what seeds I've got. Obviously this is all the way from level 1 to level 87 woodcutting, so I don't know if this is going to be representative or if I've got lucky or unlucky, but I'm just going to open all of these. We'll come back to see what we've left with at the end. So we have now opened all 86 seed nests, so let's have a quick look at what we've got. 19 acorns and then 16 apple trees, 12 willow seeds, 7 maple seeds, 10 banana seeds, 5 orange and 5 curry seeds, as well as 3 calquats, 2 palm trees, 2 pineapple, 2 papaya, 2 yew seeds, and then a redwood seed right at the end. So kind of nice that we've got yew trees and redwood seeds already. I'm not sure how long it's going to be before we're actually able to use them though. Another Quizmaster random event and we get another mystery box. This time we get an old boot. I'm starting to think these don't actually drop anything valuable to me because I normally either get cabbages or I get an onion or an old boot or something rubbish and useless to me. I see people getting dragon spears, mithril scimitars, which I don't actually need. But yeah, mystery boxes, I might just start taking the 1,000 coins at this rate because it is genuinely pointless. First mining level in quite a while. We're about to reach level 74. Yep, there we go. Each mining level is now taking probably close to 20 or so hours. I'm not getting very quick mining XP at all. As you can see, throughout my login time, it's only about 2.5k. If I reset that, it'd probably be about 4 to 5k an hour. So it's going to take 20 hours to get 100k experience. So yeah, we have to get probably 6 more levels. That's probably going to take at least another 120 hours, maybe up to 150 hours, depending how fast I'm going. But yeah, 6 levels to go, but we're not even that close still, really. My first Bob random event in quite a while, I won't lie, and we get some fishing XP, so that is now level 25 fishing. We're now at the level where we no longer get a fishing level each time we get a Bob random event, because you get 650 XP per event, and yeah, there's more than that per level now, so that's kind of depressing. But 25 fishing without catching any fish. I have done so much mining in the past few days. We've got a 5,000 silver ore stacked up in the bank, so it's time to work our way through it all, just so we don't have to do like 30,000 in one go right at the end. It's more manageable doing it in small chunks. Coming in level 63 smithing. As I mentioned in my very first episode, every 7 levels you double your XP. So our target is level 70 and we have reached level 63. So in 2 months, over 2 months I think, I rolled this chunk at the end of April and it's now start of July. So 2 and a bit months, we are officially halfway. So we just basically have to do exactly the same again, although that's not technically true because we are getting more XP per lamp. So if we get as many lamps as we have got in the first half, we will have to mine way less ore than what we mined to get 63. 3,000 silver bars later, we reach level 64, so now only 6 levels to go. A big boy level, now level 75 mining, which is beautiful to get. Only 4 or 5 more levels to go. It's actually such a ball ache going to this bronze anvil in Lumbridge. The closest bank is there in a PvP world. There is the chest that spawns right next to the Lumbridge respawn. So if it's efficiency you want, you're going to have to log into a PvP world. I'm actually in an Australian PvP world right now because I believe it's the middle of the night in Australia. So there's only about 60 people on the entire world compared to about 400 or 500 in the European worlds. I was in the European worlds before that and I did end up dying a few times. So I think I lost maybe 25 bronze bars in total because someone literally followed me to the anvil and killed me whilst I was making stuff. But yeah, we are very close to level 65 smithing. I thought I would just burn through all of the resources I had in my bank. So that's all the silver ore, all the bronze bars, all the iron ore and everything like that. So just a quick demonstration of the method that we are using. I am using the Lumbridge teleport just to save myself a bit of time because we have to do so many trips to the anvil. So only walking one way and teleporting back it's not the most ideal way of using my lore runes, just teleporting about 50 tiles away, but it is saving me a lot of time. It also makes sense with the inventory because I am making bronze plates bodies, and with this inventory setup I have enough room to make 5 bronze plate bodies and nothing else. So level 65 smithing coming in. Only 5 levels to go. We do have about just over 1,000 I think bronze bars left, so we will be about 25-30% way through level 65. Once we have finished these, it'll be back to mining. Okay, so we've got a bunch of gems that we have cut. We've got them from mining and also from random events, and we had a couple of leftover flax in the bank which has got us up to level 34. Now that unlocks the ability to be able to cut rubies, of which I believe we have nearly 60 of those in the bank. So I'm just going to go and cut all those, chop them up, and I'm going to see what level we get. My guess is we will just scrape level 36. If we can just scrape level 36, that'll take us to halfway to our crafting goal. Our goal being level 43. And I believe we will get a lot of gems, as I say, through passive mining, and maybe if we kill Obor a few times, we have a few keys left. So random events, mining and Obor should hopefully give us enough gems to get to our goal of level 43. If not, we will have to go back to the sheep pen and shear some more sheep. Beautiful. Getting a book of knowledge from a dunce random event gives us our biggest XP drop of the account so far, 975 smithing XP. It's very close to getting 1000. Yet another Bob random event. It's pretty annoying when you get magic XP out of these because we have a good way of getting magic XP, but this one gives us some nice fishing XP. That's now level 26 and 0 fish caught. It is a new day of mining, and on this new day comes a new mining level. On the next rock we will get level 76 mining, which takes mining to our second highest skill outright, ahead of strength and fletching and behind woodcutting. So there's a maximum now of 3 or 4 levels to go. I think 3. I think we'll hit our target on level 79, having done the calculations quickly, but there we go, level 76 mining. Not entirely sure whether there's a level 8 setting up a cannon in the Edgeville dungeon and dying to a skeleton, but we will pay our respects by burying their bones. What the hell? Another dunce random event. We have got very lucky with these in the past few days, and there is another 1000 XP nearly towards the smithing goal. Okay, we've got another mystery box on the account, probably number 12, 13 maybe. I'm determined to get something other than a lettuce or a boot. And we get a flyer. What genuinely is the point? Another dunce random event, and we are rewarded with another book, so 975 more smithing XP towards the goal. It'll be interesting to see how much smithing XP I've got from lamps and books throughout this entire grind. So when I get to level 70, I will go back through my days on Wise Old Man and see how much XP I've got on a day-to-day basis from lamps, and I will tot that up at the end. Okay, but on a very bad streak. We've got cabbages, onions, flyers and boots. I think we've got 1 XP lamp and maybe 1 easy clue scroll. So this time, am I going to be at all luckier than how I have been in the past 5 to 10 mystery boxes? Let's see. Another cabbage. After a long time mining, the next level is about to come in, level 77, which means we will hit our goal in just 2 more mining levels. But if you look at the right hand side of the screen where you can see my XP per hour, it is just sitting at below 4,000. Now I haven't seen it go higher really than 4,000 or 5,000 throughout the entirety of my grind, and I'm currently at nearly 1.5 million mining experience, so you can tell that if I'm getting less than 4,000 XP per hour and I've got 1.5 million XP, just how many hours this is taking. It's gonna take overall at least 5, 6, 7 maybe 100 hours, which is genuinely ridiculous. It's approaching probably double the amount of time I took to get the curve bone in the initial hill giant grind, and I'm approaching 50 days on the account now, so I cannot even begin to tell you how long this grind has taken me. It's genuinely insane. My entire set of recorded clips at the minute seems to be XP lamps, beekeeper random events, as well as mining and smithing levels, so massively riveting content, but we'll take that 10 flax. I'm sure that'll be very helpful towards our crafting goal. And about 40 to 45 hours later, we are getting our next mining level, now level 78. So as you can see, it's still around 3,800 XP per hour, and the next level is about 170,000 XP. So if you quickly do the maths on that, that equates to roughly 44 hours of mining until you get to the next level. Remember, the mining isn't actually this slow, it's the fact that you have to walk back to Edgeville Bank and you have to walk all the way back, and it's quite a long time. I think the walk there and back takes longer than actually mining the inventories of silver and copper and tin. But yeah, there we go, level 78 mining, now only one level to go until we have reached our goal. Okay, we have a maze random event. Let's see if we can get a good reward. We've got over 70%, which I'm quite happy with. 73% that actually ended on. And we get death runes, coal and coins. Genuinely, that's probably one of the best rewards I could actually get. 2,000 coins will go nicely towards our 5 million coin respawn. 130 death runes will be very helpful for killing Obor nice and quickly after we finish mining, and obviously can now make some nice mithril bars. I have been logged in for 5.5 hours. I genuinely don't have my public chat on, but I just had a quick look at the public chat and there's 4 messages. There's a chat from Iron Dolawat, I think that's how you pronounce it, sorry if I've got that wrong. But he sent me a message saying, "Hey Danny, just watching your vids right now." And I had a look around me and there was no one around me. I had just done some smithing, so maybe he was in Edgeville somewhere. So I just retraced my steps and I actually ended up finding him. There he is, level 46. And yeah, I decided to have a nice chat with him, and I searching all around Edgeville. I didn't want to come across as this rude, snobby guy who makes videos, doesn't have enough time for the people who watch his videos. But no. Where's he gone? Like, I generally lost him again. Is he at the anvil? At the furnace? Yeah, there he is. So I'm just going to see if he actually will respond to me, because he kind of just ignored me right now. Dolawat, were you talking to me earlier? Well, let's see what he has to say. Yep. He doesn't seem too impressed with me. I feel like kind of an arsehole, because he sent me a nice message and I just completely ignored him. And yeah, how long ago was that? 15 minutes ago. Oh, okay, so it wasn't hours and hours ago like I thought it could have been. And yeah, I really appreciate the message. It's very nice of you. And thank you for watching my videos. It's always nice when someone comes up to me in game and tells me that they're enjoying the videos. I only have just over 450 subscribers when I'm making this, so it's nice that I'm slowly, steadily building up sort of a base that kind of knows who I am a little bit. Obviously there's a long way to go, and I hope we can keep expanding this community, who have been very, very good to me so far. Very, very supportive, getting a lot of likes, comments, views and extra subscriptions. So I just wanted to say this is a nice wholesome moment. I just wanted to share this and say that there are some good people out there. A lot of the time there's bots, or there's toxic people, racist people, all this other stuff, but now and again you'll get this nice wholesome experience that makes you remember why you started playing the game in the first place. I have made it my prerogative to get the crafting level as soon as I am able to get one, so I have got a lot of beekeeper random events and also a lot of gems whilst I've been mining. So I've quickly just come to Lumbridge and span all my flax to get up to level 37 crafting, which got me thinking, maybe it's time to stop lamping smithing and to start lamping crafting. This is because I'm very close to the end of my mining and smithing grinds now, so there'll be potentially not a lot more gems to come. This means that I will have to go and use the terrible crafting methods that I've got in my chunk, which include spinning balls of wool for 2.5 XP each, or killing cows in the lumberage pen, luring them outside so that I can actually reach them, and then cooking the sinew on the range and getting 15 XP that way. So I think for now I'm going to start lamping my crafting. I managed to get up to about 10,000 silver ore in the bank, so I thought I would spend a few hours just smelting it while I'm busy doing some work and some other things in my real life. But here we are, just getting level 66 smithing. There's now only 4 levels to go. I believe we have a level 68 banked at the minute, so hopefully by the end of today I'll have level 68, and then it'll just be a full out push to get the last 2 levels. And here we go. Our first XP lamp on something other than smithing for basically the entirety of the account. 370 free crafting XP. Beautiful. A few hours later and we have smelted our way up to level 67 smithing, so we are now only 3 levels away, and you can see in the chat it only took 47 days and 12 hours. That is my current playtime on the account. I think when I rolled into Lumbridge it was something like 20 days. I think when I started Obor, or when I finally killed Obor, the account was up to 600 hours. We're now over 1,000 hours, and I'd already mined a hell of a lot before we even started Obor. So there's just a bit of a demonstration to show you how much time and effort has gone into these last couple of episodes. I know it's not the most riveting content, just mining and smithing and smelting and all these XP lamps. It will get better in the future, but for now, level 67 smithing, and we are only 3 to go. Each level feels like a milestone. It feels like a big achievement because it's taken so long. There's no anvil to use, but there it is, level 68 smithing, and that's pretty much all of the resources that I've had in the bank now used. I've got maybe a few more, maybe a couple hundred more, I'm not totally sure. But yeah, level 68 smithing and just 2 more levels to go. 2 big levels, 2 long levels, but only 2. We've done 68, we can do 2 more. And I think this is where we're going to end this video for now. We've made quite a substantial amount of progress this video. We've got over 12 million XP total, closing in on that total level of 1000. We've gone from level 70 to level 78 mining, so we've over doubled the amount of mining XP we had since the last video. We've also doubled the amount of smithing XP, as I believe we finished at level 60 in the last episode. We've got level 37 crafting, so we're only 6 levels away from our goal of level 43. And we are now lamping crafting as well, so this should hopefully go a bit faster and will stop us from having to do the silly balls of wool, which will take hours and hours and hours, because I believe at the minute we'll have to do about 10,000 of those to hit our goal. And we will finish the episode with just a look at our bank. So let's see what we've got in here. All these seeds that I opened from the seed boxes earlier as we reach level 87 woodcutting. We have loads of runes left, over 1000 chaos and 300 death runes, and that is beautiful. We've got 1300 silver left and loads of gems, logs, bows, and over 32,000 silver bars. Let's also not forget that we did a bit of forestry this episode, and we got the fox whistle, which my good friend Chunklius is very jealous of. We have a total bank value of 21.6 million GP, and I don't think that's bad at all, considering we've barely left Edgeville this entire series. Thank you so much for watching. Your support is appreciated as always. Thank you, and the next video should not be too far away. In the next video, just as a spoiler, we are hoping to finish the chunk. Maybe we will get a roll of a new chunk in the next episode, or maybe we will leave that for the episode after. But there is exciting things to come. 5 million coins will be made. We will get our goal of 43 crafting. We will get 70 smithing, and we will move on to a different chunk. And I am so excited to go somewhere different for a change. Thank you and goodbye.